Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. So it's currently 3 o'clock in the morning and I can't sleep. I've been to sleep and then woke up and that's me. So I wanted to share with you a colouring I'd started. I started doing it and I thought, you know what, turn the camera on and enjoy it with your friends. So I was recently sent the Derwent Chromaflow pencils by my lovely friend Gina. She's such a good friend, and all the time that I was ill, you know, she was checking on me, and she's just a lovely person. So this is my Christmas present from her. She also sent me I Daydream, this beautiful book in grayscale, and it's just gorgeous. And I was desperate to crack open the Chromaflows and give them a shot, and I thought, well, where better to test them than in some Amazon print paper. Now this is Rachel Mintz 100 Cute Grayscale Pictures, and if you remember when I did the flip through, I'd fallen in love with this little dude here. So like I say, I'd started colouring and I thought, well, do you know what, turn the camera on, have some fun. Excuse my plasters everywhere, I'm in a bit of a state, people. Can't get it to squash it flat. Excuse the dressing gown. It is 3 o'clock in the morning, folks. So, if you haven't seen the Derwent Chromaflow, they are super soft blendable pencils. The front says, vibrant blendable colour with a smooth laydown, and then it goes into foreign. So you get 24 pencils, and it says Derwent Chromaflow pencils have been formulated with rich pigments to deliver a bold, vibrant laydown. Premium core strength pencils that handle pressure when sharpening and in use. Enjoy consistent, reliable quality every time. Well, I've only done these few leaves, but I am in love with them. They are gorgeous. I can only pray that Derwent, if you're watching, that we get the 100 colours like we've got in the Light Fast, because these are magnificent. I'm not even saying that just because they were a gift. They are incredible, and I'm so grateful to have them. So you get the 24 colours. Now, I haven't swatched them, I've played with them on a piece of paper, but in my opinion, I think Derwent has done a really good job of putting a 24 set together. So, I plan just to use the Derwent Chromaflow in this picture. Okay, so if I bring you in, I just used 2 colours on these leaves. Nice and simple, but beautiful. It's going to bug me because I've got bits all over my book. Okay, so I've selected these 2 colours. They're much thinner than a normal Derwent. If I pull out a Derwent Pastel, which are the same size as all the other pencils, here's a Derwent Pastel, as you can see, and this is the Chromaflow. So much thinner. So that's the Derwent Pastel. Let me pop that back or I'll lose it. And if I pick a decent sized Prisma, here's a Prisma in comparison. So we've got the usual quality of the Derwent with the gorgeous coated pencil. They've got names and numbers and the dipped end representing the colour. They are just outstanding. So anyway, enough ranting, let's get to the colouring. So I've chosen 2 colours, and I've got Basil and Foliage, so number 16 and number 17. This one looks like it's had a little bit of, I don't know, maybe no, there's a stamp on there. Yeah, they're stamped on. What is the stamp? I don't know if I can see. Well, they're numbers, 10 and 13, I don't know why they're there. Anyway, so I'm going to take Foliage, number 7, and I'm going to, very lightly, I mean, look at the laydown, this is really lightly. I hope the lighting's okay in here because I've got my little ring light on and my overhead light because obviously it's 3 in the morning. So the response from them is incredible. So there, I've put a light coat of foliage down. Then I'm going to use basil, and I'm going to go over the dark bits. And you just, honestly, I can't tell you, other than a Prismacolor, well, and Lightfasts, Lightfasts were my favourite pencil, and I have to say that if I could have these in more colours, these would be it. You know, you have like a soul set, if you like, of colouring pencils. These are the ones. So then I'm going back to foliage, and I'm just going to blend that in. I'm hardly touching the page, and this is, like I say, Amazon print paper, and look at the response I'm getting. So I'm just blending in that basil. They are incredible. So let's do another one. I don't know if you're in close enough. Should we come in a little bit closer? There we go. Sorry about the camera shake. So I'm just taking the foliage, which is the lighter of our two colours. You can see how far back I'm holding the pencil. So you know I can't be using heavy pressure. I am just putting a light coat down. And I think you'll agree that the colour laydown is spectacular. I'm not quite sure why we don't have yet, Derwent, why we don't have more colours in the range. I'm just literally following where the dark is on the grayscale. But I pray that they do, because they are outstanding. So I'm going back in then with my foliage, and I'm going back over that basil, blending that through. That way I get more of a tone, because I leave the edges or the centre untouched from just that light coat, and then we'll get a little bit more of a tone. Isn't that incredible? They are amazing. Gina, I can't thank you enough for this really generous, beautiful gifts that you've sent me. So I'm just going to do another one because I'm enjoying it, and why not? So I'm thinking that I might make him, do you remember we coloured Benny blue? I'm thinking I might make him blue. I don't know why, because I've got such a limited colour palette with 24 pencils. I quite like the blues that are in here, but I'll probably change my mind by then. And this has got to be wood, so I can't do them sort of browns, and I want to do it all in the Chromaflow pencils, but that's what I'm thinking. I love it. It's so effective, and they're so responsive. They are gorgeous. I can't tell you how much I love them. And to work like this on Amazon paper, although this is, you know, I don't have a problem with Amazon paper as long as you use the right pencils in it, you know, it works. So I won't colour any more leaves with you, it's just the two. I'm going to go off, finish the rest of the leaves, and then we'll come back and have a look at the rest and see how will they carry on performing in such a beautiful manner. I'll see you in a second. Right, so leaves are finished, and it was a thoroughly enjoyable experience is all I can say. Just outstanding. They're just outstanding. Okay, so we have limited browns in this set, so I'm going to look at the tree behind before, because yeah, I don't know, I don't know why, but we're going to look at the tree. Well, I could always do the postbox in a different colour, couldn't I? Like it'd been varnished or something. So, I have pre-sharpened them, and these are natural brown, and I'm going to use burnt sienna. We'll see how we get on with that. So I'm going to take the burnt sienna first as our palest colour, and we're going to lay that down. I love them. They blend beautifully. We will deepen this up when we go in with the natural brown, because that's quite dark. But as an experiment, and for the longest time I've watched Zucchini Kitty, as you know. I'm a huge fan of hers. I think she's such an inspiration to me. Lovely lady. And she has been colouring, I think it's a Hannah Carlson book. I think it could be Magical Dawn, if I'm correct. And she's been colouring that with, she's done the whole book, or doing the whole book, in the same colours. And so for the longest time I've thought about doing that, thinking how lovely that must be not to have to pick your colour palette and, you know, fight with those colours when we struggle. And I do. And I'm wondering if I could do that with these pencils, because there's such a good mix in here, in a book, you know, that, I don't know, find a book that I could do that with. Okay, so now I'm using the natural brown, number 21, and I'm going to go in and deepen up those shadows. If you haven't tried these, oh sorry, I do apologise. If you haven't tried these, they are what am I trying to say? They are just such a wonderful colouring experience. You know, like some pencils you get like a squeak and almost a resistance on the page. There's none of that. The lead is definitely less soft than the Prisma, but that's what they're advertising. They're advertising a pencil that will perform almost like that, like a Prisma, but without it running down so quickly, and they're certainly giving me that. But then I'm hardly applying any pressure. So that's also going to add to the ease of use, isn't it? Am I making any sense? Right, so I'm going in here in our little tree stump. We'll keep picking up the wrong one. I'm going to pick up the natural brown, which is 21. I'm going to bring that in. Could afford to go very dark here. We can still go back over with that nice sienna colour. And then we'll see if we can make another combination of brown for our postbox. I love how they sound too. They've got that really nice, you know, when a pencil glides properly and you get that lovely sound. Can you hear it? They're just beautiful. Going back in with the burnt sienna. Put a little bit more depth in there. And just let it fade away. They're so easy to use. Look at that blend. They don't fight you in any which way. They're gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm going back in with my natural brown. Deepen up this side a little bit. Just brush that off. Now I might take, they've got a black. So I've left my Dial 133 downstairs where I've been colouring with my husband. So I'm using my M&R sharpener, and that obviously you can see gorgeous point. I'm just going to put a little bit of black in here. The black works well as well. Just going to really deepen that up, and then I'll go back over with the natural brown. Just deepen those areas up. And then back in with the natural brown and pull those two colours together. Just to give us that real deep dark effect. Isn't that lush? Look at that. So I'm going to go back up and do a little bit more in this branch with our natural brown. A little bit more depth. They're layering well. I think I am going to put these back on my Christmas list so that I've got a spare set, because I can see me using these as almost like my primary go-to pencil. They are stunning. I just want more colours, Derwent. Please. I know they've been out a while, and you've probably all seen the reviews and the swatching, so this is why I thought we would do it this way. Have a bit more fun. But I also wanted to show Gina just how much I like them. Gorgeous. Okay, so if we move out just slightly. So we've got the tree done. We could put a little bit of black in here, just round there. Sorry I've moved out and then faffing. Just deepen up that edge. Sorry. I'm just going back over the darkest points, that's all, and just then going back over with the natural brown, just to give us a much darker look. So they mix and blend well, so we could make new colours. So, I'm going to do the post box in the same colour as the tree. Let's see. Okay, give me a second. I'm going to go off and see what colours I can mix up so that we can have a look at the post box, and then we'll get to him. Isn't he cute? I'll see you in a sec. Okay, I'm happy with that. I've faffed about and mixed up some colours and things, but I really think I want to have a go at doing this little dude. So, I've picked up blues, and I've got the 3 blues out of the set. There is, yeah, 3 blues. So, from lightest to darkest, I've got light blue, which is number 14, blue 13, and, if I can get it in the right place, denim. So, I'm going to take the light blue, because I might need to use some white over it to tone it down. And we're going to coat him in light blue. I don't know why blue, I just felt like it. Oh, he's going to look so cute. And I might even use some, I don't know, some sparkles, maybe, I don't know. We'll see. Just focusing on him being cute right now. So that's given us quite a nice pale blue. Oh, I'm sorry I didn't come in. There we go. You haven't missed anything. I'm just literally just coating the page. I'm too heavy there. So I might take out a bit of white to blend him. We'll see. Tone him down a bit, but we'll see. He's such a cute little guy. So I'm just trying to get an even coat over him. That's nice and pale. Okay, well, let's try the white. Okay, give it a little sharpen. Okay, let's try white. Number 24. See if I can tone down that patch. Well, that works just as well. Look at that. Smoothing out that colour. That's really good. So I'm just using it really as a blender. It'll just tone that down a bit. Okay. Oh, apologies, that's my phone. Then we're going to go to a blue. Number 13. I like how they show up easy on the camera. So we're going to start putting in his little dark patches, and I'm just flicking them in. Keep those little lines on his face. Just want to keep his fluff, the texture. And then we have got an even darker blue, so that's probably why I chose blue. Because we've got the 3 shades. Apart from the greens, there's 4 greens and like an aqua colour. Okay, so let's switch now to our denim, which is number 12. Just going to sharpen that a bit more because I'm doing fluff. So this is our denim. I think I need to change the blade on that little sharpener. Okay, so let's go in here and deepen that up. I'm trying to keep going in the direction of the fur. And then we will put this beautiful denim in the darkest spots. And then we can go back over with our blue. The medium colour again. So go back in with a blue, and just so it's not lost, we'll flick that colour in. A little bit on his eye there. Need to be a bit careful. Okay, and then we will transition back to our light blue. I'm just going to go over the whole thing. Let it fade away, really, really pale around his little cheek. And then back to denim. Make sure I've got a nice deep colour here. I'm so pleased with how that's blended. Look at that. They are incredible. Right, where's that white gone? Okay, I'm just going to keep that bit really light. And I'm going back in with blue now. I'm just refluffing. What do you think? He is cuteness personified, isn't he? I'm just going to keep playing until I'm happy with his flicks. Let's just blend that a bit better. There. Just trying to fill up the white of that paper. It's going now. There we go. I'm just going to do around his eye a little bit more. I don't want any of that grayscale still showing up. Get rid of that. Okay. Oh, he's so cute. Alright. Let's do this. I'm going in with the denim this time, and we're going to put the dark blue in. And I'm just like going backwards and forwards to give him fluff. And we'll bring that down over his eye. Just turn it to keep the point. So, are you all ready for colouring Christmas? Because we are going to attack Christmas colouring pages in December. I did it last year and loved it, and I think quite a few of you did too. So we're going to get out all our gorgeous Christmas colouring books and really enjoy. So I'll start that in December as soon as I've done my colouring pages, and I've got like 3 months of colouring pages to show you. It's like a normal month, because when I was ill I wasn't colouring, or when I was low I wasn't colouring. But it's still nice to share with you all. So this is just that light blue again, just blending that through. What do you think to them? If you've got them, tell me what you think to the Chromaflows, because I'm I'm just thrilled to bits with them. I'll go back in and smooth all that out. So I'm back to my denim. Just making sure the grayscale's covered. We'll do a little bit round here of denim. Just make his eye pop out a little bit more. There we are. A little bit of blue. That's light blue. A little bit of blue. Bring that out. Is there any Christmas books you'd really like to see that we could do together on the channel? He's so cute. Right, I'm going in with just blue here. We'll do his ear in a minute. Just give that a little bit of colour and blend that through. And back in with the light blue. And just push that about. There we go, a bit of white for blending. Okay, I'm thinking that his little ear might need to be pink. So we do have pinks. We have salmon, which is 7, and blush pink, which is 8. So let's try that. So I'm using the salmon. It's a pretty colour. And then we'll go in with the blush pink. It's also a pretty colour. Just try and cover up that grayscale. Oh, that's cute. Right, back in with the salmon. Blend that all together. Then more of the blush pink. I think they're the only two pinks in the set, but they work okay. And then we'll just go back over again. There we are. It's so sweet. I'll do this ear while I've got the pencils out. I mean, I suppose if you want more of a pink colour, you could use the red and then tone it down, but I think since these are inside of his ears, we can get away with it. Back in with the blush pink. Alright, so I'll finish his face with you. Excuse me, just rolling my sleeves up. Go from hot to cold. Okay, so we need, we've done light blue, so we want the denim for our dark spots. We're going to flick that in. We'll go over his ear roll. There, we'll put some flicks on the edge of his ear. And up here. dark round here, around his little nose. Okay, then we switch to our blue. And we'll put that in. We can also add some fluffage to the edge with just the blue. Blend that in. Okay, and down here. I'll deepen that up in a second. And with the light blue again. Checking I've got the right colour. Gives it a bit of brightness, that light blue. Back in with denim. Now if we want that any darker, we could always put a little bit of black in there. Light blue. Okay, a bit of white. Blends it all together. Okay, so this side we're just going to want the blue, because this is it's got much less shadow this side. So I'm just going to put the blue around him. And then I'm going to go over it with white. And then we'll go in with the light blue. But I think you can agree their performance is incredible, particularly that it's Amazon print paper as well. So this is our light blue. Just blend that in a little bit. Leave a lighter patch and go back in with our white. There he is. So I'm going to finish his body like that in the same fashion. Let's have a look at this flower. So, that needs a sharpen. Hang on, bear with me. Yeah, my pencil sharpener blade needs changing. I've got replacements, I'll do it. Okay, so I've got 3 purples, well, pinky purple and then proper purple. Okay, so we've got violet, which is 11, lilac, which is 10, and magenta, which is 9. And we're going to give this a go. So I'm using the magenta. Now I might use that very pale pink to tone it down. I'm just going to go around the edge there. On the top of the flower. Let's see, where's that pale pink? We used salmon. Let's just try that as a... Yeah, that seems to work together. Helps to tone it down. Just want it a bit lighter at the top there of the flower. Okay, right, let's go in. We've got, so let's use violet, which is our darkest colour. So let's find our darkest spots and fill that up. Very dark down here. Okay, then we're going to go in with lilac. Very pretty colour. And then the magenta, but I'm just going to do it really lightly. Fill in all those bits that I didn't do. There we are. Then I'm going to use the white. And we're going to blend the centre of those flowers. And I'll probably go in with a bit of Posca. And bring out the dots in the flower. In fact, let's have a look. Can I find the Posca colour I want? I've got a little pencil case here full of, like, there's a pink. That might do it. Got a purple. But that's probably too close. It's all good fun, people. There's another pink. So we'll try those on a piece of paper and see how they come up. So I've got a piece of paper. This one is light pink. That's pretty. Then this one is just pink. And then this one is, I think, just purple. Violet. So let's have a look. I think we'll go in with the bright pink. Otherwise it's probably not going to show up. And we'll just put those little dots in. There. There we go. Right, folks, I am going to go off and finish our little blue friend. We'll do his nose together and his eyes together. I need to put blue in there, don't I? I don't know why I missed that out. And then I'll be back. See you in a second. Okay, here he is in all his blueness. I think he looks adorable. But we do need to address his nose. So I went round with a little bit of denim round the little pieces on his nose. And I used the pale blue and lots of white to just tone down around his eyes. So we're going to have a look at his... Right, let's come in. That would help. So I'm going to use a Jelly Roll black pen, and I am just going to, because it's nice and fine and my hands shake, I'm just going to bring out the black around his eyes. There we are. Right, we're going to try this black now. So this is black 23. Let's see how this goes. I'm going to keep his nose black because he's cute. Plus the fact I do think it would be quite difficult to cover that. Right, so the black works beautifully. And then all I'm going to do is lessen pressure to give us that more of a grey tone here. Fill that in. We could put, I don't know why I've got it in my head about using glossy accents, but we could on his nose. Make sure that's nice and just really lightly around that area. Then I'm going to take the white, I'm just going to make sure it's clean and hasn't got blue on it, and we are going to blend that through. So now you can see that how that white works. It's not Prisma white, but it's pretty good. edge here. It is pretty good, look at that. I'm going back over that black. And it's giving coverage. So I'm going back in with the black. I'm just going to re-darken where I put that white. And he's got one little cutie toot nose, look at that. That black works really quite well. There. Right, we've got the little bumblebee that's sitting on top of the thing, which is quite hard to see. So I'm going to get an orange and a red. I'm just going to give them a turn in the sharpener. I hope you don't mind. Oh, I broke it. Time for the blade on this to go. Oh, that's very frustrating. Particularly as, at the moment, I don't think you can buy these open stock. Oh, I've broke it again. It must be a... I'll use the other side. I'm going to get a little stumpy sharp lead, and then we'll do the same with this one. Okay, so I've got come on camera, Scarlet, which is 05, and Flame, which is 04, and we're going to have a go at this little bumblebee. I'll let it refocus. So I'm just going to put red this side. And then I'm going to come in with the Flame. Then we might even put a little bit of the yellow on, I think. So we've got a gorgeous yellow here. Sun Yellow, which is number 1 in the set. And we'll just use that to go over that and brighten them up. Have a little bit of yellow on his face and go back to that orange. Excuse me. There we go. And then we will put the black. His black fuzz on him and his little eye. Could use that gel pen again because these are really fine details. These little leg there. Okay, I want that yellow back. Probably hope you can pick this up because he is so tiny, but a detail nevertheless that needs doing. There we are. Okay, I'll use a gel pen for that. Right, now the post box. I'm gonna have to come out a little bit so I can get him in. There we go. I am going to take this colour, which is Golden Sun. Now I don't know how this is going to work, but we'll try. Number 3, Golden Sun, which is an orangey brown. I'm going to coat the entire post box in orangey brown, Golden Sun. I like the fact that these are numbered and have the clarity of the letters on them. It's good to show, easy to show on camera, so that's a bonus as well. I'm thinking I really want to put some glossy accents on him. I don't know why. I don't know whether I'll spoil it or not. You know, when you overdo something, sometimes less is more. But I think his nose would look cute, shiny. So I just want this post box a bit of a different colour to the tree. I've gone over there. I'll have to erase that. They make such a lovely sound. I'll just erase that. They erase perfectly as well. Not even a sign of my wobbly hand there. I'm just going to fill that back up. Let's make sure I've got enough colour everywhere. Because this side is much brighter than that one, obviously, because that's in the shadow. So we just need to make sure I've got enough colour. Okay, now what I thought we'd try, this might be a bit controversial, but we'll try. I'm just going to turn it in the sharpener. This is a gorgeous colour. It's one of my favourite in the Derwent range. This is Raisin, and it is a reddy brown. So I am going to follow those wood lines where it's dark with Raisin. I'm not being too precise because I just want to keep the wood grain and add a little bit of a different colour in there. We can always use our natural brown for any deeper areas. Can you see what a beautiful colour it is? It's very reddy, well, as you would expect with it being Raisin. But I thought it might do this really well. Missed a little bit there. So we might need a bit more of a around our Buzzy Bee. He can have a little bit of Stickle's wings. Let's make sure I've covered all that. A little bit of colour in there and a little bit of colour in there. Okay, right. So we do have our natural brown, but it's very dark. 21, which we used earlier. So I'm just going to use that to go in the very darkest spots. This hopefully will bring that Raisin out even more. I've missed a bit of flower down there. Always manage to miss something. And round under the lid, or the top, and we're going to do that bit. The actual post hole in natural brown. Oh, excuse me. And then just use it lightly in between where it's darker. So we still keep that lovely Raisin colour. I really like it. It's one of my favourite Derwent colours, if I hadn't already said. I hope you're not bored, guys. I'm just having fun, just playing. Okay. Okay, and then I'm going to go back to our golden sun and just go back over. Make sure that we've got everything covered. So we've managed to create 2 different tones of wood. Okay, I'm going to go back to raisin. I'm going to give that a little bit more. Emphasis. Okay, and back in with golden sun. I don't think I've missed anything. I think he's covered and blended. Alright, finishing touches. I need a little bit of that blue. So I'm going to take blue and I'm just going to come out just faintly on his little whiskers. Just so there is appearance of blue there. I'd missed those and these. So there just is an appearance of blue there for his whiskers. The bumblebee, and I need to do this bit of flower. There we are. Get the white, just blend that. There we go. Put those back. I like how easy it is to put all your colours back as well. Okay, I'm going to take my jelly roll and I'm just going to highlight his little wing down here. We'll put, when that's dry, I'm going to put stickles on it. Over his antenna. It's always very risky for me doing that because of my shaky hands. I am so impressed with them. Right, little bit of black. Just going to deepen up the sides and the top of the post box. While we wait for that to dry. Back in with natural brown. There. Okay, don't mess. Right, we do have a grey which is called Platinum and it's number 22. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, that's beautiful. Okay, so I'm just going to put a little bit of that on his teeth. I don't want him to have yellow teeth. A little bit, tiny little bit around his eye. There we go, and blend that with the white for his teeth. I know it's grey over grayscale, but I'm going to take my Prism White just for a second because I have dirtiness in there. Got a bit of that blue in there, that's better. Is it? I might need to just... So I've somehow managed to drag that blue in off my white pencil. I'll just sharpen it. There we go. There we go. Right. Let's try again. That's better. It was just me being lazy. There we go. Alright, now. Stickles for his wing. I'm going to use today Dovecraft glitter glue. This one is called Crystal. So I'm going to just a tiny bit in his little wing. Let's spread that out a bit better. Comes out very fast. I've got a bit of lump on it, that's why. Okay, so we've got a tiny bit of stickles on there. And then this stuff, where is it? Okay, so I do have glossy accents, but it's in my drawer. This one is, yeah, it's a good job I tested it, because the top was all gunked up. Okay, this one is, I'll show you if I can clean it all up, is Dovecraft 3D Pearl Effect, and this is clear. So I'm going to just, please don't splat everywhere. Yeah, I knew it. So I've got a big dollop of that, but I'm just going to use the nozzle to spread it round, and it will dry clear and glossy. You know, like little pets' noses have, they're always moist, aren't they? And I don't know, he just felt. So I'm going to use, I've got a paintbrush here. I'm just going to use that to smooth that all over, and then I'll wash it out as soon as I've done it. So he will dry with a gorgeously glossy nose, look at that. Alright, I'm going to let that all dry, and then we'll come back and have a look at the finished page together in a second. Okay, so here he is, my gorgeous little blue boy with his shiny glossy accent nose. We've even got a little bit of shimmer on the bumblebee. I have had a blast colouring this page with these gorgeous pencils. I hope you've enjoyed it. I know I didn't do too much chatter, but it's too early in the morning to be, I can't get them back in now, to be chitter-chattering too much. So there we are, a beautiful page. I've loved colouring him with the gorgeous Derwent Chromaflow. Thank you so much, Gina, for my beautiful gift. I adore them. And thank you to everybody that's watched and stayed with me this far, and that have subscribed. All your wonderful comments and support, as always, it means everything to me. Alright, my beautiful people, I am going to try and go back to bed and have a bit of a sleep. She says, I'll try. Alright, I'll see you in the next few days for the finished pages of the last 3 months. Alright folks, take really good care of yourselves until we meet again. Night night.